Joining us now, Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar of Texas. Congressman, thanks for being with us this morning. We got the news from CBP yesterday that the illegal crossings at the Mexican border reached a 20-year high, a staggering number, 180,034 apprehensions at the border there. What's going on?
Certainly the incentives are there for the smugglers to keep trying to get people over here. They make $6,000 to $8,000 per person. So as the report just said, to them it doesn't matter if it's drugs or people. They make over the years billions of dollars. And we have to understand that if we don't take these incentives away and address both the push factors and the pull factors, we're going to keep talking about this year after year.
But Congressman, why is it happening now? Why in the month of May is this astonishing number? Is there something on the policy level that should be changed?
Yes. I mean, I think we need to address the push factors, what happens in Central America, but that's usually more the long term. But we also need to address the pull factors of policies that we have here in the U.S. Look, nobody, if you notice, this administration, with all due respect, talks about how we're handling the unaccompanied kids. But that's one thing. I'm glad that we're doing a much better job. But what about the rest of the people? What about the individual adults who are coming in? We have to talk about that. We always talk about working with Central America, Guatemala, and Mexico to do the things, the dirty things we want to do, or the uncomfortable things we don't want to do, and that is deport people. We want them to deport people before they come here, but we got to enforce the law, and part of the laws that we have is deport the people that don't have a right to be here in the United States. It's just plain and simple.
Congressman, can you describe for us, following up on that point, the crisis, the humanity crisis that's going on, the very human crisis that's going on at the border right now? We see numbers, and we see that they're record numbers. But talk about what's happening on the ground.
Certainly, as you said, you've heard me say, I invite the president, I invite the vice president to come in and without due respect, not do a stage visit, but come and sit down with people that I've lived there all my life. Talk to the sheriffs, talk to the mayors, talk to the county judges, talk to the business leaders. They're frustrated because what they're seeing is people just coming in large numbers. We had a meeting in the Laredo area Friday. We had a meeting 2 days ago in Hidalgo. I have a call today with all the community leaders. They are worried and they're concerned. Landowners are concerned. Local sheriffs are concerned. Local police are concerned. Somebody needs to listen to our local communities. Without due respect, just coming doing a stage visit is not enough. They have to understand. And again, they don't need to listen to me. They need to listen to other people that have lived here like myself. We have a lifetime of experience. A couple hours a visit doesn't substitute for a lifetime of experience, what we're seeing here. Bottom line is this. We believe here on the border in legal migration. We're just against illegal migration.
Right. And now in the early months of the Biden administration, the president faced criticism because there was a belief he had sent a message to migrants to come to the United States. This past week, the vice president went down to Guatemala, said, do not come. We're going to turn you back. Is that, first of all, I take it you think that was the right message to send? What's the next step? I know you want them to come visit the border without the cameras, without the staged events. That's great. What policies would you recommend the Biden administration put in place to slow down the rate of the flood of migrants still coming to the United States?
We focus on what happens on the 1 yard line called the U.S.-Mexico border, which is the a correct thing to do. But we also need to look at what happens at the 20 yard line. What do we do with Guatemala? What do we do with Mexico and the other countries? It's important to have a clear message. And I want to thank the vice president for having a clear message. Don't come. But we need to couple that with some action and some repercussions. Because if we don't show people going back and being returned, then all they see is people coming into the United States, and it's not coupled with the work that we do. I mean, look at what happened in April. 178,000 people were encountered at the border. We returned 111,000. Nobody talks about the 111,000 people that we returned. The Obama administration, Secretary Jay Johnson, they were very good at doing this job. And we just got to understand, legal migration's fine. Illegal is just something that we here at the border are just frustrated. And I emphasize frustrated by what's happening. We're letting undocumented people coming in, but the legal visa holders from Mexico that spend billions of dollars, they're not even coming in. There's something wrong with that contradiction that we see at the border.
So Congressman Cuellar, I want to underline something you just said, because we had you on the show several months ago, and you said the same thing then. You've lived on the border. You understand this better than 99% of the people that are going to go on Twitter and blather about their opinions about what should or shouldn't be done on the border, whether they're far right or far left. So I want to give you a chance, again, as somebody that knows this better than 99% of the people that are going to be talking about it today and over the next month. Last time you came on the show, this time you came on the show, you said it's extraordinarily important that we apprehend the migrants, we send them back, the illegal migrants, so we send them back, and that we get that on video and we let the entire region see that. Why is it so important that they see that that's what's going to happen to them when they come to the United States? And this is the second time you've said this now over many months. I know you've been saying it also to the administration. I know you've been saying it to border officials. Why is it important to do that? And why do you think there's a reluctance from this administration to show those images?
Well, one, they don't want to aggravate the immigration activists. That's a major reason there. But look, Joe, let's say you and I were in Central America, and we paid $6,000. We come to the border. We have a little speed bump. That is, they keep us for a little while, and then they release us, and then we wait for 1 year, 2 years before a court hearing. That's a chance you and I would take. But if we paid $6,000 and we were stopped and then returned because we didn't meet the credible fear, then we would think about this. And then, that's what reality is all about. Look, bottom line is this. I want you to think about this. Bottom line is this. If you had a chance of coming in and paid some money, you would take that chance. If you had a chance of being returned, you would think about it. And that's the bottom line. Why not have immigration judges here at the border? Why not give everybody their day in court? Look, everybody talks about people coming in, but if you have 100 people, most immigration judges are going to deny 88% of them and only 12%. So why are we letting 100% of the people in when only 12% should be getting a bienvenidos into the United States or whatever language? Because as you know, there's over 150 countries that are represented by people coming in, and there's an increase of people from Cuba, Venezuela, Haiti, and Africa, and other places, because you're realizing that at the southern part of the United States, whether it's land or sea, as your story gave a few minutes ago, all they have to do is bring a child, and they're going to be released into the United States. What a deal for them.
Congressman, two quick questions. Anecdotal reporting has it that the people coming across the border, they're poor, they're refugees basically, fleeing desperately to get to America, paying $6,000 to $10,000 to the smugglers, to the cartel to get here. That's the first question. Where do they get that kind of money? The second question is the status of the border today under the Biden administration. Is it better? Is it worse? Or is it the same as it was a year ago?
Well, a couple of things. One, are we taking care of the kids a little better? Yes, of course we are. We are moving them from the Border Patrol facilities to Health and Human Services. But that's only one aspect. What about families? What about the single adults? And most people coming in are single adults. There are some criminals, no ifs and buts, gang members. Nobody talks about any of those things that we see. Nobody talks about stash houses. Nobody talks about the landowners, the ranchers that I have. Hispanic owners that have been here for generations that are all of a sudden seeing people coming in into their property and destroying property and their property there at the ranch. Nobody talks about that. Yes, in handling kits, we're doing a better job. In catch and release, and I call it catch and release, we're now doing catch and release. That part is just not better at all. It's just not much better at all.
Very difficult problem. Democratic Congressman Henry Cuellar of Texas, thank you very much.